Good day. This is just a short recording to demonstrate the image manipulation software. Some of you might be quite used to it because this might not be the first unit that you're doing for the grad cert. So I have here an AP of the knee, and we can zoom in to the image. And if needed, we can use the pan handle to move the image up and down to center to the area that we're interested in. We can also do some windowing if needed. And then if we want to get it back to the original settings, we can just use that button again. So let's just zoom in a bit more. And then there's some other measuring tools in specific for the plain X-ray imaging, quite useful to check, for example, for alignments of the joints, and we can see that the condyles to line up quite well on this image. And if we want to get rid of any measurements, you can just go to the top button and it will show delete all measurements. If we want to move to the next image, it's important to make sure that the pointer is on and back to original as well. And then we can swipe and get the lateral image on. And similar again, you zoom in and do any measurements and look for any signs of soft tissue swelling and whether there's any malalignment, which is not the case here. So if we had more than one case, then we would go to the side screen on the left, and that will then show up here, and you can just click on the next case to view that. So this is just a quick introduction. There are some other measurements that can be used, but which if you want to, for example, do an angle measurement, which you might have to do with the calcaneus, for example, you could use that. And then a ROI measurements is usually done with CT cases. And if you want to enter any text, you could also do that. So this is just a quick intro, and I hope that that helps you just as a reminder of how to use the image manipulation software. And then also quite important is during the exams, you will have access to the software, and then to make use of that so that you can pick up on any subtle signs which is not always visible on the JPEG image. It's also quite important to be aware that this is a JPEG image. It doesn't measure in millimeters, it measures in pixel sizes. So if you measure, it's not going to give you millimeters, but it can give you an idea of whether there's any malalignment and things like that. So thank you very much. And if you've got any questions, feel free to contact me.